Black excellence. You know how the black people, they're in denial about everything, so they make up words to make themselves look good? Black excellence. There you go. This is from Just the News. The officer that shot some black guy by the name of Jacob Blake in Kosovo, Wisconsin, earlier this year, will not be facing criminal charges. Amazing. I can't believe that they finally had enough gonads to not punish a white person for doing his job. I'm glad for you, man. That's him right there, huh? Mm-hmm. Jacob. I mean, that's the officer that was accused of shooting some black guy by the name of Jacob Blake. Kenosha, Kosovo, better known as Kosovo. Who is that? Who is that? He's a little hungry. Is he in Africa somewhere? He's in the hospital. Why he look so bony?
He couldn't eat till they take those 7 bullets out.
When I was a kid, if someone was that little, that thin, the black people said, "Why are you so po?" They call thin po. It's like they call fat,
right,
and skinny po.
Like pitiful.
Like po, like you're so little, you ain't a little hungry. Your bones are showing. But make sure the vent is closed. Yep. Okay, thank you, James. And so Kenosha District Attorney, some guy by the name of Michael Gravely, explained how Jacob Blake was armed with a knife at the time of the shooting.
But there are many commands disobeyed, and that's not only talked about by all the officers, but that's admitted by Jacob Blake in his statements. And there are multiple ways that officers try to bring Jacob Blake into custody. Again, none of those, I think, visible in any of the videos. Most importantly, he was tased twice using remote kind of tasers and once with a direct strike with the taser. Jacob Blake, while actively resisting, arms himself with a knife. I continue to hear, I think I heard at the rally last night, the vigil, where someone again said he was unarmed. It is absolutely incontrovertible that Jacob Blake was armed with a knife during this encounter. Most uncontrovertible because Jacob Blake, in all of the times he spoke to DCI, admits he possessed a knife.
He possessed a what?
It cut off.
It cut off? How come? He possessed what?
It was a knife. It was supposed to be.
Oh, it's supposed to be a knife?
A knife.
How do you know?
Because
what the? Oh, he possessed it because the man did say, the DA did say that it would prove that he had a weapon, and he admitted he possessed it.
I see.
That's what happened. But the one thing, it's sad that we've got to the point that these DAs and police departments have to try to prove to the blacks that these blacks who are being killed by cops are acting out, they're criminals, and you got to go and prove it to them by holding press conferences like that. The blacks still not going to accept it because they want these people to be this way so they can rob, steal, and kill, and use racism and affirmative action. They don't want it to be right. Explaining that is not going to matter to them at all. At all. We all know that boy was armed. It doesn't matter to the blacks. Really, it doesn't matter. And why you keep trying to prove something to these people? He also explained the reason officers were called to the resident. And allegedly it was because Blake was attempting to steal his girlfriend's car. Watch this.
LaQuisha Booker called the police. She reported that Jacob Blake would not give her back the keys to her rental vehicle. and she was afraid he was going to take that vehicle and crash it. She reported he had done that before.
Today is his son's birthday, so I allowed him to spend a couple hours with him, but he's not giving me the keys to this rental, and that's all I'm asking for. I never would have called you guys. He's crashed numerous of my vehicles in the past, and I literally just bought one, like yesterday.
Amazing. That doesn't matter to the blacks. Really. The proof is in the pudding, even though they hear the woman making the phone call and telling the cops what's going on. And the cops went out to do their job. It's not going to matter to the blacks. Black people do not care about what's right. They have no love. They have no love. Not all, but most. They have no love. And if you don't have love, which is from God, not your mama, you have no love. You have nothing. And black people have no love, folks. Telling them all this about Jacob Blake and what really happened will not matter one iota. They will still call you racist. They will still cry police brutality because they have learned that through intimidation, they can get what they want from you. I don't know why people don't catch on to this. Breitbart is reporting that Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers has authorized the deployment of 500 National Guard members to help local law enforcement prevent violence in the city of Kosovo, better known as Kenosha. Why now? They didn't call the National Guard in when, that I can remember, did the National Guard, were they called in when Black Lives Matter was rioting and stealing and looting and terrorizing the country? I don't remember that.
I don't remember either.
All of a sudden, now the elections are over, they're calling in the National Guard. See, blacks, you're being used. They wanted it to look like racism, and that the black looting and killing and robbing and stealing was justified. Burning down people's businesses was justified. Now, the elections are over. They got what they want. You don't matter. Now they're calling the National Guard. Joel, you have not heard Jacob Blake's father, right? What he had to say about this whole thing?
No.
Okay, I'm going to play this soundbite for you all of y'all. But before I say what I think about it, I want to hear what Joel, Joel's one of the experts. He be like, I want to hear what he has to say about this. This is from CNN. Father of Jacob Blake compared Kyle Rittenhouse riot to Jacob Blake. And Kyle is facing criminal charges after defending himself in Kosovo, Wisconsin. Watch this.
All my grandkids call me Papa or Pop Pop. So he said, Papa, why did they shoot my daddy in the back? He's a person. He's a human being. He's not an animal. And it's only the brown faces, the brown-toed people that get treated in this way. It's two, like my lawyer said, it's two justice systems. Because that 17-year-old Caucasian shot and killed two people and blew another man's arm off. He got to go home. My son got ICU and paralyzed from the waist down.
What do you say to that?
I mean, oftentimes you notice that their intention always comes from a racist type agenda. Like, it's always about race. It's always about the Caucasian, white, racist, supremacist guy who killed the black guy. And they never talk about what they did wrong. So it's just another example of, that. And it's one thing if you want to say, oh, well, this could have been different. The cop could have did this. That's fine. But they just go straight to racist cop.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, okay. My expert. number one, when his grandchildren asked Papa, why did the cops do that? Why he wasn't honest and say your daddy was no good? You heard the mama saying that the daddy was trying to take the car. The daddy allegedly had a weapon. He was no good. Papa, why wasn't Papa honest with the kids? And he said to the kid, like, they shot him in the back, and he was a human. Why wasn't Papa honest with the kids?
Right. Exactly, and letting them know that, well, your daddy was resisting arrest.
Yeah.
Your daddy had a weapon on him, and he went and reached for the weapon.
And I'm your daddy, and I ain't no good either. Your daddy became like Papa. Number two, what does Kyle Rittenhouse situation have to do with Jacob Blake's situation? Jacob Blake was running from cops, allegedly, with a weapon or whatever he was doing. Kyle Rittenhouse was on the street fighting against some other thugs on the street. He was protecting himself from other thugs. It had nothing to do with cops.
Right.
That was no different. And Kyle Rittenhouse went to jail. They charged him. He's out on bail. His thing is still going on. And his situation had nothing to do with cops. How is there a comparison?
And that's what I'm talking about is that...
And that stupid woman sitting there looking like she crazy, the reporter, wouldn't even ask him that. Where's the comparison?
It's because their whole entire intention and agenda is racist. So they just will grab at any example to prove that point. Oh, well, Kyle Rittenhouse, it's just all about race.
At one point, Jacob Blake, if I remember correctly, was on top of a cop, fighting with a cop. Kyle Rittenhouse was in the street running away from thugs, trying to protect himself. Kyle Rittenhouse went to jail. Jacob ain't going to no jail. There is no comparison. This man is dumb. Like you say, don't want to admit the truth. Everything is racist.
What a mess.
And they should have charged Blake based on all the evidence we've seen so far. They didn't. He should be in the jailhouse prison.
Father, son, brother.
Jailhouse hospital, wherever you're going. Kyle went to jail. Jacob Blake didn't. Who is that?
That's the daddy.
Dad is all acting. They know behind closed doors, they're laughing. I told that boy he gonna get in trouble. You don't sit down. I want my country back, folks. This is a mess. A real mess. Amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.